Are you often wondering whether to use a, an, or the? Is it time for you to master the use of the articles in English? Then join me in this two-part lesson for a complete review of the indefinite and the definite articles in English. Hello and welcome everyone, this is Minu at AngloLink. Today we're going to look at the uses of the indefinite articles a and an, and the definite article the in English. Fully mastering the articles in English can be a bit of a challenge. The good news is that article mistakes are not what we call communicative mistakes, which means that the meaning of your message is rarely affected by the mistake. However, a good grasp of the articles will improve your confidence in speaking and writing in English. I have divided this lesson into two parts. In part one, we're going to look at the basic uses of the articles and end the lesson with a gap-filling exercise to make sure that you've understood these uses very well. Then, in part two, we're going to focus on the definite article the and also look at the cases when you must not use this article. By the end of these two lessons, you will have a much better idea when to use these three small words in the right places. So when you're ready, let's start with part one. Indefinite and definite articles in English. Part 1. Basic uses. Let's look at the basic uses of articles a, an, and the. Let's start with indefinite articles a and an. Here are three basic uses of these articles. Firstly, use a or an when you mention something or someone for the first time. For example, I saw a rainbow yesterday. Or, I consulted an optician yesterday. Secondly, use a and an to show that someone or something is one of a group. For example, it was a magnificent rainbow. One among all magnificent rainbows. He's an optician in London. One among all opticians in London. Okay, let's look at the third use of a and an. Use them when you say what someone's job is. For example, my mum is a nurse. Or, Fred is an engineer. Okay, now let's have a look at how we decide if it's a or an. Use a before all consonant sounds, including the sounds y as in you, w as in we, and h as in he. For example, a book, a door, a hotel, a university, a week, a yellow bag. Use an instead of a when the next word begins with a vowel sound. For example, an apple, an egg, an ice cream, an orange, an umbrella, an hour, an M, an interesting point. Okay, let's have a look at when you must not use a or an. Don't use a or an with uncountable nouns. For example, rice, milk, information, etc. You can use some. For example, I ate rice yesterday. Or, I ate some rice yesterday. Don't use a or an with plural nouns. For example, I ate cherries yesterday. Or, I ate some cherries yesterday. Right, that's all for the indefinite articles a or an. Now let's look at the definite article the. Let's look at 4 basic uses. First of all, use the after you have already mentioned someone or something for the first time, or if the context tells the listener which object or person you're talking about. For example, the rainbow was beautiful. You're talking about the rainbow that you saw yesterday. The optician examined my eyes. You're talking about the optician that you consulted yesterday. The examination was very long. You're referring to the examination that the optician did. Note that the is used for uncountable and plural nouns too. For example, the rice was delicious. That's the rice that you ate yesterday. Or the cherries were tasty. These are the cherries you have already mentioned, the ones that you ate yesterday. Okay, let's look at the second use of the definite article, the. Use it when there is only one of someone or something. For example, the British Prime Minister is visiting Japan. Or, the Internet has brought people closer. Moving on to the third use of the definite article, use the with superlative adjectives. For example, Everest is the highest mountain on Earth. Or, we forgot the most interesting point. And lastly, use the with some adjectives to talk about groups of people. For example, the rich don't know how the poor live. Or, we must look after the elderly. Okay, let's look at the pronunciation of the article the. Pronounce it as the before all consonant sounds, including sounds y as in you, w as in we, and h as in he. For example, the book, the door, the hotel, the university, the week, the yellow bag. But pronounce it as the when the next word begins with a vowel sound. For example, the apple, the egg, the ice cream, the orange, the umbrella, the hour, the M, the interesting point. Right then, that's all for the basic uses of these articles. Let's finish this lesson with some exercises. Choose a, an, or the, only when necessary, to complete these sentences. Number 1. Laura has got very old car. Laura has got a very old car. Number 2. I have news for you. I have news for you. Number 3. I think headmaster is angry with me. I think the headmaster is angry with me. Number 4. This is united community. This is a united community. Number 5. Is there E at the end of your name? Is there an E at the end of your name? Number 6. She used to work as accountant. She used to work as an accountant. Number 7. There are birds in those trees. There are birds in those trees. Number 8. Would you like milk in your tea? Would you like milk in your tea? Number 9. These are oranges you bought yesterday. These are the oranges you bought yesterday. Number 10. Is your telephone number 97832? No, there's 1 before 8. No, there's a 1 before the 8. Right, that's the end of the exercises. I hope you enjoyed them. As you know, you can now go to our website, anglolink.com, for more exercises and more lessons. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you in our next video. Bye now.